Alright, this is your water container in here. Okay, that thing there is your water pump. Okay, as I said in the last video, I've got a spare pump for you. Okay, so if that goes pear-shaped, I've got a spare pump in the white box, and that's your regulator there. And then you've got your water tank in here. Okay, so you can sort of see how much water we got in there. This is your drainage point. Turn that on, and it'll drain it. And there you go. Oh, you can see the little mark I made. That's where I fill it up to, and it's probably about 50 litres. All right. Use it as you will, and you can see got one little doorway here and another little doorway there. That just goes into the side of. You can see that that's the tray there. Okay, so that's a great little storage spot. All right, it's a great little storage spot. You got one there, and you got one over here as well. Okay, so great storage if you need it. Quick video. This thing here, I have absolutely no idea what it is. Alright, gas system is under here. You can see you've got corresponding labels there, and if you look in there you can see the taps there. Okay, it looks like they're all turned off at this moment in time, which is how we're going to leave it. So turn them on, turn them off. Obviously keep them off if you're not using them. That's probably the way to go. And so they're in there. You can also see that red thing there. That's your blow air heater. All right. So that's the unit there. Comes out of these two holes. In fact, it comes out of this hole here. That's your inlet. That's your outlet there. Blows out nice and fast. And your controller is just here. So you turn it off and on there, and that's your thermostat just there. Okay. Okay. How to turn the fridge on. Pretty straightforward. You got a couple of switches. That's your power selector. That tells you if the flame is on or off. That's how you open it. That's how you start it, sorry. And this is how powerful it is. So we keep it normally on 4. Seems to work alright. Okay, now when you want to start it, you hold that one down, and then you push that to light it. So that gets the gas. That one gets the gas to go, and that starts the pilot light. Okay, so it's a spark. It's a temperamental bugger, but give it a go. Oh, first you have to turn this to gas. You can see gas there. Okay, so turn it to gas, press that one down for a couple of seconds, and then press that one. It should go click. All right, and then as it goes click, you'll see when this moves to the on, that's when the thermocoupler recognizes that it's on. And then you can take your finger off both buttons. You can take your finger off that button, and away you go. It's a temperamental bugger, this thing. It works to about 20 degrees under ambient temperature. Okay, so keep that in mind. 20 degrees under ambient temperature. And the DC is useless. It doesn't work at all. Okay, it's hooked up, but it doesn't. These fridges just simply don't work on DC. So you have to run the gas when you get to places. Oh yeah, there's our top 5. There you go, top 5 places. Anyway, that's the fridge there, and you can see all inside. Carly's just finished cleaning it. Fridge and the freezer and so forth. Oh, and there's a fan. I'm going to leave a fan for you. You will thank me for that. Oh yeah, and while we're here, just around the corner here, you can see there's a little button over there. That's how you turn the LED lights on. Okay, it's in an absolute stupid position, but it is what it is. Here we got the light for the stove, fan, noisy but effective. Carly's just taken the knobs off these things here, but it's a matter of turning them on and hitting this button here, which is a sparker. Okay, and then that'll work for you there. Okay, you can hear it going there. There you go. All right, and as I said to you, the taps broken. That one's okay, but in here, when you take it out, you have a look down. There's a little spindle that goes down, and it's just snapped off. So you can buy them on eBay. They're about £11 for that one there. While we're here, it's still a bit messy, mate. Just in the middle of cleaning. You've got yourself a fire blanket there. Okay, so never had to use it. Hopefully, never do. Same goes with a fire extinguisher up there. It still says it's charged. Never had to use it. Hopefully, never do. All right. While we're here, here's the thunderbox, as we say. So to open the roof, there's the roof there, you need this little dooflacky. So put it up there into this hole here and wind it up, wind it down, etc, etc. This is definitely an aftermarket shower head. Do with that as you wish. What else we got to say? Okay, this button here is the flush. Okay, so it's hooked up to the water. Press that and it spins around and it goes, and then you open it with this little latch down the back here, bottom here, that opens and closes the dunny, and then lets all the badness go down. You can see this one here. There's a light that says that your tank, which I showed you in another video, is full, and I would stop pooing at that point in time. Well, you might notice just down here, it's a repair job, so it's cracked in there, mate. It is what it is. So that's just some tape I'll put over there to stop it from leaking, but don't step on it and you'll be right. We've got a shower curtain. You can put the shower curtain up yourself. This is a wash basin, which we have never used even once. Okay, there you go. I don't think this works. No, it doesn't work. Oh. Hot and cold, away you go. So generally we turn them on, and then we use the shower head to stop and go. So, you know, water's a precious resource. Okay, video number whatever we're up to. This is about the grey waste. Okay, so this comes from the shower, and it comes from this black tube here. There's a little Velcro that hides it in there. Okay, so when we're in town and we want to camp stealth-like, we just unwind it and we put it into this black tub. Okay, that black tub's kept in the bathroom. When we're wild camping, we just undo it and just let it go to the ground, and then it just empties there. But it has no grey waste tank. Okay, so there's no grey waste. This is just from the shower, and you'll notice up here, up in there, you can see a little nozzle. That's from the sink. Okay, we just normally let that run, but if you want, you can also use that hose there to run that into the grey waste. Okay, in the back here, there's that white bucket I was talking about. That's the table, chairs down there, and these are snow chains, which are very useless in Cambodia. Okay. Okay, so we just put the camper back on now. It's just a matter of making sure that the camper is high enough and that you reverse in on a nice angle. So it has to be spot on. You've got like maybe 1 or 2 centimeters of leeway. I normally do it with Carly, my wife. She directs me, and I drive back. So do it in a pair, and basically just line it right up and go gentle, gentle, gentle. You might have to try it 4 or 5 times to line it up, but you will get better at it. And so Carly is at the back. She's directing me. So you have to make sure that it's both lined up straight, kind of like this, as well as nice and tight here. So you can sort of see the gap that I've got there. The gap there is what? That's about what, 1 to 2 centimeters. There's a buffer down there, and then I just strap these on. So it's about lining it up, getting it right back, and then gently lowering it back onto the tray. Okay, and as it lowers down, it takes the weight, and away you go. So line it up, try it, go forward, backward until it's working, and it will take time. It will take a bit of practice and patience, and it'll probably test your marriage, as it has done with mine, mate. But you'll get better at it. You'll get much better at it at the end of the day. Okay, you can see the top box there again. I've got a key for that. Yeah, what else is there? That's pretty much it for this one. Okay, so the inside of it all, well, you know how a 4-wheel drive works, mate. It's an automatic. I drive it in just 3D, in 3. So I don't drive it in top gear. I drive it in 3rd. This thing here is a little bit loose. Don't know where that happened. You might have to just have a bit of a look at that. Down here you've got LED light bar at the front. Never used them, but that's where the switch for that is. You know, all these different things here. The stereo doesn't have a code, so you'll be right with that. There's no code there. What else is there to say about the interior? Not much really. It all works as advertised. Oh yeah, up here you've got this thing there. That's a dash cam. It's a dash cam. It's got a little SD card in there that records as you drive along, and it records as events happen. So that's good to have. Never had to use it. Just sits there passively and does what it's got to do. Driving wise, mate, it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, there's nothing here. There's nothing here that it's exciting, really. It's a car. It goes. What else is there to say? What are we at now? So we're at 193,600. All right. So that's where we're going to be at there. Hey, you might notice the AT temp light there. You might have remembered I told you about AT temp. Had a bit of an issue with it. That's why I bought the cooler. I haven't installed it. Hasn't been a problem, mate. When you go up hills, as I said to you in one of the emails, just trickle uphill. You know, don't rev it. Don't accelerate up hills. Basically, that's pretty straightforward. Don't accelerate up hills. If it comes on, pull over, cool down, and go again. All right. But this is no machine. There's no speed machine, mate. This is a heavy camper. Hey, look, while I got you here, this thing here you'll notice at the bottom of the camper. So that's just padding there. So at one point in time, this was hitting the car. So I put a buffer, a wood and rubber buffer down the bottom there. You won't be able to see that until you take the camper off, to lift it a little bit higher up. Okay, because this was starting to sag a little bit. So what I did is I put 4 beams across internally, put some bolts and pulled it up, and so now as you can see it's pretty darn straight. Probably because I'm a fat bastard and I weigh a bit, and it was just sort of starting to sag a bit. So those poles that are inside and pulled up, that's what's holding it sort of up and nice and straight. And I just put these because you can see the bolts here, and I just didn't want these to damage the car, so I just put them there. You can take them off, you can do what you want with them. Looks ugly, but no one really sees it. But it works. Okay, it works. Alright, this is my favourite part. This is obviously the engine bay. What can I say about it here, mate? It's pretty straightforward. If you know your engines, you'll be okay. Coolant overflow here. I've got some extra antifreeze coolant in the spares. This one here I use .3. It's probably a little bit low right now. You could top that up if you wanted to. Air filter I changed in Georgia or Turkey. I can't remember. I'd look at changing that at some point in time. Obviously, just regular maintenance. Not much to say really. There's the new turbo actuator that I put in when I first bought the vehicle. That was a while ago. That's the turbo actuator. I've actually I've got the old spare there in the spares box. The turbo actuator, which I didn't probably need. Belt is in here. It was changed before I bought it. Apparently they're really easy to change. That's totally up to you though. If I was going to do this trip again, if I was going to go backwards, I'd be changing this. Apparently it's really easy to change. So that's your cam belt there. Okay, so over here, now this one here, you might have a look at it. It's a bit of a mess. This is where a race chip was. Now the race chip caused me no end of bloody grief. It kept throwing up codes. In the end, I put this bit here on it, and that's like a blunt, so it's turned the whole damn thing off now, so it doesn't have a race chip. Still getting good economy, still getting good performance, but that's with the race chip there. Okay, that caused me grief, a lot of grief. Hopefully you don't have any grief. And you can see here, this is the 2 fuel filters. So this is the original, and this is the aftermarket. I've got a spare filter, so there's still a spare filter to put in there as and when you need it. You can see down the bottom here. Well, you can't right now because the light's pretty shit, but you can see if you give it a wobble around, it's actually got a bubble. You can see if there's any water in there. Never had a problem with it. It's been bloody fantastic. Mate, if I was you, I'd be looking at There's your dipstick for the transmission, just in there, I'd be changing transmission fluid. It's time. And oil change as well, mate. Sorry, I've not got time to do an oil change, but it's probably due for an oil change. You can have a look in the book. I've got the book in here, and I've been filling the book out as I go along. So I don't know where it is. Where is it? There you go. So you can see all the logbook's been filled out. There's heaps of things being done to it, mate, and you can just have a look at back. You can see, yeah, so that was the last oil change. That was, 5,000 miles ago, so it's time for a new oil change. I've got a spare oil filter in the spare box, so away you go, you just need oil. Back to the engine bay, mate. I don't think there's much more to really talk about. Everything's been absolutely bloody brilliant. Here's a fuse box here. Everything's been brilliant. Probably needs topping up here by the looks of it. You know, if you want to do some power steering fluid in there. As I said, mate, this is the fan belt. I've got a spare one in there, so put it on. I probably should have put it on the other day when they changed the alternator. Speaking of the alternator, that's down there, mate. That's a reconditioned alternator, just down in there. All right. I've got the receipt in the book, so if you've got a problem, go and have a yard to them, and away you go. Otherwise, mate, I think it's all good. There's, oh yeah, you'll see these things here, Eurolights, because it's a right-hand drive, it's on the wrong side of the road. This just stops it glaring into other cars. What else, mate? That's pretty much it. Got a few fuses here. I think one of these is for the front lights, the high beam lights. One of those is for the dash cam, and I think that could be for the rear into the camper. Okay, that's pretty much it for the engine bay, mate. It's pretty straightforward. If I was you, up in there, you can't see it, but up in there is a what's called a MAP filter. I would be changing one of them. I tried to get one in Uzbekistan, couldn't. So change the MAP filter, and also here, keep that clean. And there's also, yeah, so in here is a sensor, and I just spray some electrical cleaning fluid on it, just clean it out every now and again, but it's probably due a new one as well in there. So just take it out, 1-2 screws, and away you go. Righto, a bit more from the back of the car. Down there you'll see the plug. Now that's that plugs from the car. You can see it there. So that's just a twist and pull jobby. Okay, so you plug it in, twist it, and away you go. That's how you connect the car to the camper. Okay, and that runs the lights and so forth. Okay, and there's the steps. Okay, so the steps, very simple. Just pick them up, okay, and slide them in, okay, and then when you're ready, you just grab it, latch it, unlatch it, drop them down, and away you go. Okay, so that's how the back steps work, yeah, and the plug down there. There you go. Okay, hot water system. That there is your hot water system. That's your tank there. It's about, I don't know, I guess maybe 15 litres. There's heaps and heaps of hot water there. It gets really roasting hot. Okay, so how you turn that on, so that goes then to the sink and to the shower. So that's it there. How you turn it on is it's manual. It's out this way here. So you use that bit there. And now this is your system here. Okay. This is your high, low, medium. We've got it set on low, as you can see there. It's never been not hot enough at low, so that's totally fine there. Okay, this is your exhaust vent, just here. Don't know what that is. Safety release valve by the looks of it. Okay, so now turning it on is a bit of a bugger, especially at altitude. Okay, it can be a bit temperamental at altitude. But what you do is you move this to the pilot light. You push it down. Okay, you push that down. Alright, and you don't light it here, which is the obvious place. Okay, that's where the gas is coming out, mixing with air. It's going through here, and this is the pilot in there. Okay, that's the pilot in there. What you got to do is you've got to get a long lighter and put it in there as you're pressing down the pilot thing here. As you're pressing it down, you put the lighter in there until the pilot light stays lit, in which case you can then turn it quickly to on, okay, and then it'll go boosh, a big explosion, and it'll be hot, and so you'll see the flame up in there. It's a big flame. It takes about 10 minutes to heat the whole tank up, and that's heaps of water. But yeah, so don't light it here. Okay, you got to go in. Can you see it? And you can't really see it too well, but in there, you'll see it. You'll see it when you get in there. You put the lighter, the long lighter, in there, and hold it next to the pilot light, and it'll start for you. Okay, but as I said, it's a bit temperamental at altitude and with the wind. At altitude, I have to leave the cover down. So this is the cover. At altitude, I have to leave it down so it gets extra air, and if it's windy, I definitely have to put it up. Okay, so otherwise we haven't had any problem with the hot water at all. All right. Okay, now we'll do the gas. All right, so it's that key there. All right, that key there. Pretty straightforward. There you go. It opens it up. All right, so now I've got 2 gas bottles in there, as you can see. All right, now they're I think 8 kilogram bottles. I'm not quite sure. 5 kilogram bottles. They hold 8.5 liters safely. Okay, but you don't have to worry too much about that, because they're really good bottles in that they've got automatic 80% cut-off valves. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. You can just go to the gas station, and I've got a whole bunch of different adapters, and I'll keep them in the console of the car. Okay, so you put the adapter on, put the nozzle whatever on to fill it up, open it, fill it, close it, release it. Okay, in here is the regulator, so it's a bulkhead regulator. That little black thing you can see there, that's a filter. Okay, so I haven't changed the filter, haven't needed to. It's been pretty good. I got that done in Greece, and that's the regulator there. Okay, LPG propane, so it's a propane system as opposed to a butane system. 1 gas bottle lasts about, I don't know, anything between 8 and 11 days, depends on what you use. If you use heaps, so and then you just sort of turn it off, switch it from this one over to this one, turn it on, away you go. Okay, so obviously keep them strapped in. Got a little wrench here just in case you need that. Otherwise, it's pretty straightforward. The adapters, I've got a lot of the adapters. You know, you'll figure it out. The door's a bit of a bugger. You'll figure that out there. I had to bit of a jimmy rig it here, so just lift it up, close it, and lock it, and away you go. That's the gas. While we're here, we'll have a look at the water. So this is the water input. So there you go, keyed in there. It's a 50 litre tank. I'll show you where the tank is later on, but that's where you put it in. Okay, there you go. I think same key does this one. Yeah. All right. So this is your battery system. It's as you can see, it's a bloody small container. I think it's it's only a 70 amp hour. 70 amp hour jobby in there. AGM 70 amp hour. But again, I've got 220 watts of solar on the roof, so it hasn't really been a problem. So it's a bit of a sunny day, and you've got your shore power here. I don't think shore power works. I wouldn't know. Never used it. So there you go. Oh, this is your fridge. This is the back of your fridge here. So it's a gas fridge. These are pretty complicated sort of gigs. Don't really have to worry about it really. You press I'll show you how to do that in a second, how to start it. That's it there. The flue's up that side. What else? And the vent is up on that bit there. All right, that thing there is an external antenna, mate. If you travel with a TV, you're an idiot. So I've never used it. All right. Hey, while I'm here, I'll quickly show you the hookup system that I've got. Okay, so this is it. This is how I keep it onto the back of the car. All right, I've got four of these sort of ratchet straps. You can see, so it hooks onto this bit here, which is onto the leg, and that's super duper fixed to the camper there. And so what I'll do is I'll put this here to protect the paintwork. Now what I've done is I've put it down to here. I don't know if you can see it in there. You can see it down there. It's a bit dirty, mate, because I haven't cleaned the car yet. I'm going to do that tomorrow. You can see it in there. Let's see it. It's actually on the chassis. Okay, so I feed it through there, I hook it up, and then I just pull it ratchet until it's nice and tight. So you can see I've got a bit of play in there. I've got a little bit of play. So it's not super tight. And mate, I tell you what, if this thing was going to come off, I would have shaken it off. I can't get it off. Okay, so that's on the chassis down there, and the second one at the back here. Okay, another ratchet thing. This is a 5-ton ratchet. This ain't going anywhere. This is not breaking. Okay, again, big solid fella. This is here just to protect the whole setup, so it doesn't damage the car. It's dirty. I'm going to clean it. Don't worry. And that goes down to a D-shackle under here, which again is right on the chassis. Okay, so everything's connected to the chassis. All right, and that goes up to a particular point up there on the camper. Again, mate, if this thing was going to fall off, it would have fallen off by now. But there you go. There's a little bit of play. You can see a little bit of play in here as well. So it does have a bit of move around. Okay, I think this is my second truck camper, and a little bit of play is good. It moves a little bit. That's fine. I'd rather have it moving than solid and braking, if you know what I mean. Okay, so there's one of these on each side. So 1, 2, and on the other side exactly the same, but obviously opposite. There you go. All right, another quick one here. It's filthy in there. Again, haven't cleaned it yet. Gonna clean it today or this afternoon or tomorrow or whatever. I had to have this welded here, just so you know. As he's done a bloody good job welding there. You can't see it from this angle, but in there there's some airbags. Okay, the airbag valve is it's somewhere under here. I can't really get down there to it, but it's the airbags are there. The airbags need to be at 2 psi. All right, 2 psi, but don't put the psi in until the camper's on. Okay, if you put the psi in and then put the camper on, you just blow the bags. All right, so don't put the airbag up to 2 psi until the camper's on. All right, so you'll find it. Bloody hell, it's somewhere down here. Oh crikey, where is it? It's somewhere under there. Anyway, you'll find it. That's the. It's just a normal bicycle pump, 2 psi to put them up there. I run the rears at they're rated at 50 psi as their max. I run them at about 47. So 47 seems to be pretty good. You can see it's got a bit of flex in the tyre, but I think that's a bit natural. They're close to their maximum capacity, so you can go up or down. I normally run too hard than too soft, and the fronts I run at 43 to 44. Again, they're same 50 psi maximum. I run them at about 43, 44. Okay, in the front there you've got, again, filthy mate, sorry, I will get it cleaned. In there you've got some Petter's upgraded suspension. Okay, now I won't bullshit to you, mate. It's a hard ride. Okay, when you take the camper off, it rides like a bastard. It's super hard. So when I take the camper off, I just reduce the psi right down. Okay, and that softens the blow a bit. So so think about what you need to do. It's designed to have the camper on it, and it rides like a bastard when the camper's not on it. But that's probably ideal to have it like that rather than the other way around. Okay, so it's a hard ride without the camper, and it's nice and solid with the camper on. All right, here's one of our favourite jobs. Again, we haven't cleaned it out in here. That's the cassette toilet. Okay, you lift that yellow thing, pull it out, go dump it wherever you want to dump it, slide it back in, and away you go. So just remember to do that. Dump it wherever you want, I suppose. Yeah, there you go. That's the cassette toilet just there. Okay, while we're here, you can see I've got a rooftop box up the top there. Okay, the rooftop box. That's excellent storage. That's where we keep our paddle boards and our winter clothing. So you can get up there using the ladder here, climb up the ladder, and I've got a key for the rooftop box, and you can get into there. This thing here, mate, this is just like Jimmy rigged. We were carrying bicycles with us everywhere we went. We got rid of the bicycles, but I left it there just in case you want to carry it. Otherwise, mate, it's just got a few pipe hose clamps there. Take it on, take it off, just hoik it out, mate. It's up to you if you want to carry bicycles or not. All right, so that's the ladder. Oh, down here is a black box. This is where I keep my fishing gear and barbecue. So it's still in there. I'm not going to take it out. It's in there. It's yours to keep. You can do with it as you wish. If you want to throw it out, keep it, barbecue it, whatever you want. So that's up to you, mate. All right. It's got 2 number plates. You might see a number plate there. There's also a number plate down the bottom there. That's just in case the good police force can't see the number plate. Okay, so this one is about the jack system. Okay, you got one jack there, one jack at the front there, and another couple of jacks obviously on each side. There's one there and there's one up here. Okay, this is how they work, mate. They're electric jacks. Okay, there you can see the little motor in here. That's run by this little device here. Okay, so this little bad boy here, all you do is you plug it into this bit. Plug into there. The green light comes on, and then you press these buttons for them to go up and down. Okay, now it's got a safety mechanism that after a minute or so that turns orange or red and the jacks will stop working. In that case, you just have to quickly unplug it and replug it back in, and away you go again. Okay, so this means camper goes down, camper goes up, so you got front, back, all up and down. Okay, so that's how you work it. If they for some reason stop working, then you've got this manual dooflacky. This thing here will fit into that bit there. Okay, you flick that switch to manual, flick it down, and you wind it like that, and you can do it manually. But the jacks work electronically, so you don't have to worry about that. And I've also got a drill bit with a right size Allen key in here, so that can also fit into there, and you can drill it. Okay, if you're carrying a cordless drill by any chance. Okay, but we haven't had any problems with it. It's there. I keep the remote control in this little box here, and in there is all the fuses for the Happy Jack system. Okay, so if you have a grief, then that's your fuse box just in there. I keep this dooflacky in there and this in there as well. Okay, so that's the Happy Jacks. Okay, this is just a quick tutorial. The local I bought it from had this locking system for the wheel nuts, so you couldn't steal the rims. So it needs this key to undo this particular nut here. Okay, so you put it on, fix it on, and then you get your wrench onto there, and you can open it that way. So it's just a safety precaution. Obviously I haven't had a problem, but maybe he didn't trust people, and so he put that on there as a key. These are all the same size diameter nut, but that one I had to do an aftermarket job. I was in the middle of bloody Tajikistan and needed to replace it, and that's the only one I got, so that's been fine. But otherwise they're all the same all the way around, and I'm going to keep this in the console of the car. Okay, I always keep it in the console of the car. That's where it's going to be when you get there, and it comes from this packet here. Alright, mate, this is this is what's in the white box. Alright, just tools and spares. I'll quickly run you through it. In here is a new water pump for the van. Okay, I carry a spare, so it hasn't been used, it's in there. This thing here is a oil return assembly from the turbo. Okay, so one went pear-shaped, so I got a second as a spare, so that's that there. This is a brand new fan belt. Okay, the packaging looks a bit crappy, but the fan belt's brand new, so you can replace that whenever you get a chance. That's an oil filter. That is a fuel filter for the first inline aftermarket fuel filter. Just some adhesive tape for silicon sealing, nuts and bolts. This is my all-time favourite weapon. I got this in Morocco. I'm going to leave it with you. It's my axe. Breaker bar for the wheel nuts. In here, now that there in a white box, that's an auto transmission cooler. So it's aftermarket. I bought it because I did have some problems with the auto transmission oil heating up, but since I drive it differently, I don't have had that problem. But it's there anyway. If you want to install it, it's all yours. There's some old brake pads in case you need an emergency. There's some more snatch straps. 1, 2. They're heavy duty fellas. You might need them. Hopefully not. And just a bunch of fluids in there. Yeah, just different fluids you might need. I don't need them, so it's all for you. And this is my toolbox. The toolkit's in here. I don't know what I'm taking home. I don't know what I'm leaving. I'm sure you've got heaps of tools yourself, but at the end of the day, if it's there, you can use it, throw it out, do whatever. And just all odds and sods, cable ties. In here I've just got some odds and sods things and some glue and such like, some brackets. It's all there for you, mate. You do with it as you want. You know, you've got hammers and saws and such like. Do with it as you want, and you can throw it out, you can keep it, totally up to you.